Hello Madden Nation, Gibs here for another exciting edition. It is not your den, it is not my den, but it is the Mad Den, aka the Laser Show, the internet's most passionate show about John Madden, NFL 12 football, kicking off the Bang Show 216. I meant to write this down here. Check us out, MaddenTips.com. We're doing the Philly Eagles offensive playbook breakdown today. And what we're going to talk about today is 5 steps for success, the 5 simple ways for you to get better. That's what we're talking about throughout the week of the show. So let's jump into the formation we're talking about. It's going to be the Singleback Ace Pair Twins. That's the formation that we're going to focus on today. What we like about it, mainly for our Monday breakdown, is the power run formation. This is a formation we like to use. We always know we can check down to the goal line formation. Any playbook, you can always check down a goal line, and I'm going to show you a killer combo today out of the goal line. So no matter what playbook you had, you can use that because all the goal lines are the same. But today we're going to really talk about the Ace Pair Twins. I think it's got the ability to be a pretty nice run formation for the Eagles playbook. But before we get into that, we got a couple of things. March Madness. Z-Files and I have a Madden Tips. If you head over to the forums or our Facebook page or see our Twitter feeds, or just IM us, it's in the Madden Secret Society chat group. So if you just want to be a part of that, we're giving away a Madden 13 winners kit, so that's pretty cool. So if you want a free chance, if you're good at predicting the tournaments, definitely jump in on that. But what other housekeeping we got going on? I think that's only housekeeping, really. Housekeeping issues we got. So we can jump right into what we're doing here with the Singleback Ace Pair Twins from the Philadelphia playbook. And I still don't have my Zoom because Z-Files still has it. So that'll have to do. But that's our Zoom. Zoom. So let's take a look at what we're seeing here. The goal line. The goal line set I want to talk about was the following. So, what I like about this is if you really want just a pound out style run game. I mean, maybe if you have a team that has a lot of good tight ends. Not every team has 3 tight ends that they could use in this situation. But what I think is pretty cool is if you wanted to do the following, you would say, okay, we're going to put 2 extra offensive linemen in the game, like so, and then maybe put Brent Selleck off the fullback in the backfield blocking for us, and then we use what we call the wide receiver wing package. So now I'm going to get Deshaun Jackson on the field. So keep in mind, I still have 3 good receiving threats on the field in my in McCoy, Jackson, and then Selleck. So and then I have 7 offensive linemen blocking for me. So basically, the halfback sting. What I'm reading here is I'm looking to read how many defensive linemen are on the field. And if there's no one over my center, as you can see here, this defensive player, he's not directly over the center, I'm going to call the halfback sting. And the reason I want to do that is because I'm going to get a push up field, I'm going to get a double team from my offensive line, and if I read it's only a 3-down lineman, we'll hopefully get one of those, then I would check down to the power O. So let's go back again. So what I consume here is I'm going to get my center and guard are going to double team the D tackle right in front of them there, and then they'll break off. So it's actually the center didn't double team there. He broke up field, but I was expecting a double team. He should actually be double teaming there. So he chips him a little bit, and then you get to cut up field. So let's see again. Snap, go. And you just feel confident because you don't have to really necessarily worry about too many block shots. So there's that double team that I was talking about. So when you get that double team, you know you're not going to get a block shot. So you kind of follow that block. So here's the double team there on that blocker. There's a double team there on that guy. And then, so he broke up field. The center broke up field to get to linebacker. So then what I would do here is I just read the gap. Where can I go? Where can I fill? And I'm going to cut right behind my guard here. And then the guard's going to move up field and try to get to the next level. So that's how you read that. If you see that, you just check down. So you put the sting as an audible, or you can come out in it. It's really up to you. Let's show you what this would look like. So if it was a 3-down line, you can always get the push that you want. I probably should have picked something that has linebackers, not quarter defense. But let me show you the stingage, halfback stingage. little cover tray. So you don't get the double team, so it's a little less consistent style of what you're doing. So say if you were running the ball here, you're not going to get the double team. You're going to get one-on-one matchups, and that can be a problem. Block sheds or guys shooting gaps. So that's when the halfback stink can become a problem. So when you see a situation like this, what you want to think immediately is the halfback power up, because they have one-on-one matchups. And that all is dictated through the center there. So now what we want to do, the halfback power O, we kick out our blocker and our fullback, and now we get two lead blockers over to the right for us. So as you can see, we get those matchups, and then we just follow those two guys off the edge there. We get Selleck and then the pulling guard to be my best friend in the run game. So here it is again, pulling. Got to do a better job there of finding the open hole. But that's how you run that little goal line. And you could do that from any playbook in the game, guys. So in theory, any playbook in the game has a good running attack. So, but let's talk about the run formation I wanted to use. It's not your typical run formation, I guess you could say, but it's very effective. And what I want to come out in is the halfback draw. That's the play that I would come out in. It's a 4-wide set, so you can expect to see a lot of dime, a lot of nickel packages. But basically, the way this power run set is going to work is the following. You're going to read the number of guys that are in the box. So in this scenario, you can see that there's only one linebacker directly in the middle of the field. That means there's 4 defensive linemen, 2 deep safeties, and I have 5 offensive linemen. So what does that mean? That means I have 5 offensive linemen to the 5 defenders in the box. That means a hat on a hat. That means as long as my guys do their job, I'm going to gain some positive yards. So anytime we see a scenario where we have the numbers advantage, so that would mean say we had 6 linemen or 5 linemen with a tight end, and they only had 5 guys in the box. That's a number advantage for us. Or if they had 6 guys in the box, again, that's a number advantage for us, because if everyone does their job, we win and we should pick up yards. That's not always the case, because people don't always do their job. So that's the problem there. But so in this scenario, we see there's 5 guys. We're going to move upfield. Everyone does their job, and look at the big gain that you get, especially on the halfback draw. Now you can use the halfback dive. Now keep in mind the dive is going to be used because your opponent's going to get smart, and they should start trying to shoot the gap. And if they do shoot the gap, you could be in trouble. So that's when you want to call the halfback dive, just to keep them honest, because it's a little bit quicker. The dive, they could really shoot in and pick you up in the backfield, and that could be a problem. So that's how you're going to read this. I mean, very, very simple. Now, unfortunately, this formation does not have an outside run. But what you can use for an outside run would be the halfback slip screen. So let's say you saw something like this. Same formation or whatever, but you saw something like this. So you might be thinking, okay, well, let me actually set that up. Let me actually do that. So you might see something like this, right? Now when you see this, you see a blitz, you're scared. Now you don't have the number advantage in the box, because look, you have the 2 outside defensive backs plus the 4 linemen plus the middle linebacker. That's 7 guys. I'm not gonna run there. So what I usually would do is the following: slants, streaks, and then just check down to my halfback out of the backfield who's running on the screen, and the pressure got to me before I could throw it. Let's do it again. Bring back the receivers up. So here it is again, the screen. Again, oh, the slants are just there. And as you can see, this is like your outside run. And you get a good block, you get a good read. That's like this is like your outside run. This is your outside check down. When you get a scenario where you read what your opponent is doing out there, and if they do give you the middle of the field, that's when you check down to this option. You can flip it. They won't know. It's the same formation. They don't know you're flipping it. So if I want to run it to the left, I can run it to the left. Middle linebacker lays a hit stick on me. But this can be a very effective outside style running play. I'm not doing a very good job running it. You don't want to run it, and you want to run this when they're blitzing you. And when they're blitzing you, that's when they have the numbers game, right? Because, so here's the scenario. Here's the blitz again. You run a screen against a blitz, and here is the screen again. and I didn't get it off in time. What I'm struggling is Vic's is a lefty. I should be running the screen to the right. Vic's a lefty, and because of his leftiness, it causes him to get that weird throwing animation. So that's what we're looking for. That's what we're llooking for. So because he's a lefty, you want to run the screen to the left, because otherwise you get this weird. Watch, you'll get this like. See how he tries to turn his body, and it just takes longer to get the throw off rather when you do it like this. See how that's just like a quick throw. But that's another key point that I want to show right there. Because it wasn't a blitz, watch the DN. The DN reads the screen. If the DN has high awareness, play recognition, and it's not a blitz, he will do this. He will drop off to the screen, and you're going to be so frustrated. So you really want to use the screen as an outside run when you expect them to be blitzing the house on you, and that's when you attack them with the screen. But guys, that was show 216, breaking down the Philadelphia Eagles. This is not your den, it's not my den, but getting back into the swing of things. Had a little couple weeks hiatus there. We were just doing some work on the new guide, getting prepped for that, attending some community days for Madden, NCAA, all that good stuff. But we're back better than ever, and we're getting ready to do this, getting excited for the upcoming year, getting excited for March Madness. Send in your feedback, your tips, what can we do better, what do you want to see, what more do you want to see, things like that. And as always, guys, we are changing the Madden community, and we are doing it one snap at a time.